We'll be moving to the next session now, which is the second panel session for today. We had the first panel session earlier on. Now we're going to the second panel session, and to do that, I'm going to call on the moderator, who is a prince, a literal prince, yes, a true prince. His name is Prince Will Ochuko. Please celebrate him with a round of applause as he comes to the stage. He's more than a prince, he's also a content writer and a sales and an editor analyst. So when you see a prince going into content writing, you know it's not, you are not here to play. All right, so the moderator now will call on the panelists for this session.
Thank you. I thought you clap better than that. I'm a prince. Come on.
Don't play.
Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, my business must grow. But in my own case, my kingdom will grow. Okay, so we're behind time, so I'll call on my two panelists for today. First is Eniola Taiwo. Is a passionate content creator, a graphic designer, a videographer, personal brand coach. Oh, joining him, sorry, Prince not sabi shout. Joining him is Ruth Okoli. She's an accomplished management consultant and co-founder of Nestuge. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Look dashing. Yeah, so we'll just jump right to it. My first question goes to Ruth. Okay. So, as the co-founder of Nestuge, side eye, as the co-founder of Nestuge, right? What would you say is one of the most common ways creators earn on your platform? Okay. As the co-founder of Nestuge, what would you say is one of the most common ways creators earn on your platform? Ebooks, courses, what's the common way they earn on your platform?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. Before I proceed, I would like to talk about Nestuge a bit so that you know what the platform is about and then how people earn on the platform. So Nestuge is a platform for creators, coaches, business owners, for them to monetize their digital products. So for example, if you are a business owner here, you have a book, you have a community, you have a masterclass coming up, you can use Nestuge to monetize your digital product, right? Then the additional thing on Nestuge is also that you can also use it to automate your processes. So like automated emails to your users, automated welcome messages on your WhatsApp group chat, on Telegram group chat, all of those things, right? So it's basically a platform to help you automate your processes as a creator and also sell your digital product. Now to his question, I think it's a very hard one for me because, can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Thank you. So, okay, sorry. So, for the question, I think it's very tricky because he said, is it ebooks, community, or courses? Right? Nestuge was 1 year in April, and so far we have had more communities than close second to courses. However, if you're looking at volume of like a single transaction, I would say services, right? So you see someone selling a particular service of $500 on our platform, just one service, and there's someone selling a community for $20, but then they sell 10. Do you understand? So it depends on the volume and then what they are selling, but it's mostly communities, so WhatsApp communities. They want people to have access to like a WhatsApp community or a Telegram group chat, or to a masterclass they are doing on Zoom or something. Then courses, so they have like videos on a Google Drive or videos that maybe it's on their phone and they want to like sell it to a larger audience, right? Then they upload it on our platform and then they sell it to people. On that thing can even be that they want to maybe one-on-one session with someone. So like a coach, I want to do like a one-on-one with someone. then you tell people to pay for it via our platform, and then they use it. So those are like the top 3 things that people use our platform for consistently. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, follow-up
Awesome.
question. How has earning evolved over time? Earning evolved over time for African creators.
You know, I used to say that in this industry, that there's money in this industry. Like, literally, there's money. Like, sometimes I'll be like, because, I mean, as a co-founder, you have access to the back end, right? You see transactions. And I'm seeing 5,000 for one transaction. I'm like, this money, Miss Eva, I never see this money. Like, what are you selling? Well, yeah. I think the industry is gradually growing because things are becoming more digital, right? Almost everybody know now that social media is like the way to go. You need to be able to monetize your social media platform. You need to be able to sell things on social media, right? So when you see even just people that are in school selling books, and then they sell 20 or 30 copies for 5,000 naira, and you're like, wow, like actually, wow, this is like really inspiring for someone that is in school, right? So yes, the industry has grown a lot. I mean, I know he's a creator, he's also cashing out as a creator, right? It has grown a lot, and I think one now tell people that if you're a business owner, which most people are here, try to figure out ways to digitalize your product, right? Try to figure out ways, if you are maybe a makeup artist or anything, if you can do a class on makeup, which is one that people actually do a lot, a class on, like someone on our platform that is currently doing a class on how to make leather bags, right? How to make leather bags. So she sells leather bags normally, but people want to learn, so she made a class about it. And the class is about maybe 5K, and like, a lot of people pay for the class already, right? So there are different things, there are different ways you can earn on a platform, and it's progressively increasing because people now know that you cannot really live on one stream of income in this economy. You have to have like different ways of earning in this economy, basically. So it's progressively increasing, if I say that.
That's amazing. So we'll circle back to you, Ruth, but for now, let's, Okay, Eniola, sorry, did I pronounce that right?
Yes, Eniola.
Yeah. Can you share how you were able to enter this field and succeed as a creator? Like, what unique steps did you take, being that not everyone has the same... What?
Okay.
Don't shout at me, please.
Now they shout for Prince.
Can you share how you're able to enter this field and succeed in it? Like, what steps did you take to succeed in this field?
Okay, can I share how I was able to enter this field as maybe content creation, and what steps did I take? Okay, my entering content creation is, the start was very funny. It was very funny. I would say it's motivated by Sakpa in a way, but not entirely Sakpa, because I started out as a graphic designer, and then you'll be designing logo 4K, 10K, 5K. I was also designing flyers, especially for politicians. You know, they don't pay. If it's a birthday flyer, you'll be doing 2K. Far back as 2019, you know, then. So the one that broke the back of the camel for me was that after my youth service, I served in Bayelsa, so I was back to Lagos. There was a marketer I knew then. So he reached out to me that, oh, somebody has given him a logo and he's been trying to but the client has rejected everything, that I should please come to his rescue. Please don't laugh at me. So it was like 2 days, it's a rush job. So I did the logo and we agreed on a fee. I'll tell you the fee. I sent it to the guy. He said, the client loves it. I sent 3 options. The client loves it. 1 option. And it was like, okay, send the final version. I was like, bro, please just pay me my money. I already gave you a discount and, I'm just helping you out. This guy just ghosted me. Ghosted me. And how much are we talking about? 4K. 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 I was like, really? So at that point, I started listening to Chris Doe. Is a established authority in this niche then. So I realized that, okay, I think in the Nigerian space, because when I hear how much these guys pay for, I was like, we are suffering, we are behind. So it's maybe it's getting better. I hope so. I'm not in that space again. I don't want to be in that space again. So I thought that, okay, I think we don't really appreciate media, creativity, graphic design. So I said that I need to position my business to attract foreign clients. I want to make money. I want to make foreign money. and I decided that I'm not going to serve any Nigerian clients. I stopped taking Nigerian clients. So that was when I went into content creation, because there was no way I could reach this guy. I'm not in the US, I'm not in the UK. The only way they could come and find me was just through building my personal brand online. So that's how I started, building. I started by sharing graphic design tutorials. I'll teach you how to create better carousels. Then, people started reaching out. It was just basically like, organic, traffic. But I started by building the brand. I always try to, the lady, that presented for us about, Kilishi, the Kilishi lady. So she said something about networking. And the way you can do that, the way I did that while I was building my brand up, because these guys don't know you. And if you are black, you're like at a disadvantage, especially like, Africa. Like, we get things last. Like Instagram, like so many features that, we don't have access to. So I started by like, interacting in their pages, engaging with them, just engaging. I engaged with them for like 2-3 months before I even started creating content. I engaged and I was just, interacting. So when I started, my first post was one of my highest interaction ever. Like my first post on Instagram about like when I started my brand. So that was how I started. It was through many things that eyes have seen, ears have heard, that I've gone ahead, and then that's how I just started into like content creation.
That is very interesting. I relate to your story about that 4K.
Yeah.
I wrote for someone and they're not paying my 4K
They don't pay your 4K.
till today. Okay, let's go back to Ruth. All right. I know you wear many hats, right? A consultant. Can you hear me? Okay. I know you wear many hats, right? You're a consultant and you're also a creator. How personally have you niched yourself to earn as a creator?
Okay, so aside having Nestuge as a co-founder of Nestuge, I also have a 9 to 5. I'm a management consultant, right? So before I started Nestuge, right, I have a brand as a personal and career coach where I share tips on career, how to like transition into careers and all, right? And that was my expertise on the social media space. So as a content creator, I was like a career coach or like a career expert, right? Now, when I niched down into consulting, my brand kind of evolved into how to build a career in consulting. Because consulting is a very, very interesting career path. That's plenty money in it if you know what you're doing, right? So what I was able to do is that as I progressed, I started teaching more about that. So I started having classes of my own about how to either just build your career, even having one-on-one session with people on how to get into consulting, what to do to ace your consulting exams. So all of those things are what content creation would do. But then they were not just like lifestyle content, they were more of my own personal brand, which is a consultant. So teaching people that want to get into that particular field how to do that. And what's pretty interesting that I use my platform to do it. So of course I have Nestuge, right? So I also like bring people on board. Okay, come pay for my class or whatever, and then on board through Nestuge and get access to it. So it's just like living two lives, but they're also intertwined on some level. Does that answer?
You answered the question.
Thank you.
Okay. Final question goes to you, Eniola.
Okay.
So, can you share some strategies creators can use to monetize their skills?
Okay. Some strategies that creator can use to monetize their tools. All right. As I think it was Bukola that said, there's so much money online, that like on the online space, and it's true. There's nothing saturated about the online business space, especially in Nigeria. Even outside of Nigeria, there's nothing saturated yet. Where like these guys are, the US, the UK, we are like 10, 15 years behind. We are not even there yet. We're just starting to like, the creator economy is just starting to like come up. That's why like, you see so many people coming up with innovative stuffs like, Nestuge. We have Nestuge coming up with that. We have, other things like to support the creator economy. So one of the strategy, like, I would use myself for example. Now, as a creator, I'll be very, very transparent. You can be broke. You can be broke. I mean, you would have, people will be saying, bro, this is very good. This content is nice. But you're broke. You don't have anything. Do you understand? So I would always say that have a skill. Honestly. Have a skill. Because you need something to just sustain you. To just help with your daily expenses. Something to just cushion you that you know that, whatever, you still have this that is coming in. For me then, it was just, graphic designs. Like, I try as much as possible to, like, when I started building online, when the clients come, I try as much as possible to keep clients that I know that I can keep for like a number of months. Do you understand? So even when I pivoted away from graphic design, I'd already had some form of like, some clients that I do stuffs for. That because I pivoted from graphic design, then I pivoted to like, teaching people how to be their personal brand. Then I pivoted to like, video person, video content, assistant, helping you build your video content. So at one point, I realized that, okay, I want to get into a space, but I don't have the experience so far. I've just been myself. I've never worked a 9 to 5. I've never worked a 9 to 5, and I want to like, get to do stuff with corporate, companies. I don't know how that space is. So the one thing I did then was that I applied to get into an agency job. Even getting the agency job, it was because of my personal brand, I got the job. The last straw was that the boss that was interviewing me was like, okay, you don't have anything, you've not worked there before. He saw he now said, okay, let me check your Instagram. So he checked, and he saw that, he went down, he saw that, oh, you're also a graphic designer. Okay, I like that. Let's work together. You have good eyes for design. That was what got me the job. From there, and some things were coming in, just, although at that point, I was already making money from one-on-one consultation. My salary then, I just need 3 consultations, I would have made it. So it was not really about the money, like, to get more money. It was just like, I need to get into a space. I don't have, like, the access yet. So I took that job, and I was working, and that was where I started working with Aproko Doctor. That was where it started from. I started working with Aproko Doctor. We worked, like, for over a number of years, and then I was also building my brand along the line. So what I'm saying is that if you build a skill, I'm a graphic designer. I don't just create content. I'm a graphic designer. I'm a videographer. Do you understand? So even when you come to my page, you will see all those skills in play. So I have people like reaching out to me, oh, can you do this? That's how I get to work with it. I've worked with Timi Agbaje, Auntie Ada. I've worked with Coronation. I've worked with like, did something for UBA. So it's more from, my personal brand. It's stemmed up. So one of the strategies is that maybe you do a one-on-one. So let me come back to like, let's make the money. As you're starting out, people will want to reach out to you and want to get into your process. And the way you can do that is to like have a one-on-one consultation session, like a 1-hour consultation session with you. Your own might be like, okay, maybe you want to charge 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira. But mostly, for me, I started with like, I think $20 then, $50, $100. I just calculate the naira value of that, then I put it there. Also, it helps your mindset. Because one of the things that is against like creators is that you don't know how to charge. We don't know how to charge for our stuffs. If somebody, they say you should charge 100K for a 1-hour consultation, you say, to just talk to me for 1 hour, 100K. But that's too much, can't do that though. But if you don't do $100, it doesn't sound much. Do you understand? So, like, building your mindset in that way helps you, like, to understand the money part better. The other way also you can, earn from your, from being a creator online is to host, like, workshops. Those are, like, the beginner levels. You know how to do this, you know how to do this. And where you can derive that, okay, people need this, is when you have questions in your DM. People are asking, how do you do this? Bro, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? For example, like maybe I'm a video content creator, or maybe somebody's asking me that, how do I edit for skit? How do I add memes into my videos? I know that, okay, if I put up a workshop, that like, okay, come and learn how to use memes to edit in your videos. It's just a 1 hour workshop. And I put a price on it. Bam. People that needs it will show up. But it's coming from data. I think we've had something about data earlier on. It's coming from data. What people were asking me in my DMs, you could poll people in your stories that what would you like me to talk about the more? So from there, so I mentioned one-on-one workshops. Also, you can create courses. You can create courses, but I would say you should create courses from data points too. Don't create courses for, you don't want to create something that people don't want. They are not asking for. Because you end up burning yourself out, creating the course, and you'll not get like a number of people to really get to buy it. Also, I already mentioned the service part, is that work with other people. Use your skill to serve other people while you're building your brand. It will really help a lot. For example, I think this will be the last something. So I've learned something in branding. You need to associate your brand to like other things that will help your brand as a person. What I'm saying in essence is that if you want to maybe I'm selling butter. What do you eat butter with? Bread. I know I can get into I can start associating my butter with bread. I can start associating with beverage. So in my case, I realized that me working with a Proco doctor propelled my brand. It propelled my brand. Then after that, I got the likes of Timi Agbaje, working with Timi Agbaje, coming, and then working, having those associations with my personal brand, it helps. Somebody will come to me and be like, Eniola, I've been wanting to talk to you about my brand. Let's get into this video content. But then I know the people you have worked with, your money will just be that just solves. You don't know what that solves for me. I know that the confidence I'm using to charge yourself, do you understand? I'm not touching maybe we'll do maybe 300K. I don't even do 300K. I'm just using an exact move. But that's part of this guy has worked with this kind of people. Even though if this kind of people did not pay you the kind of money people expected that they will pay you, but their brand equity alone gives you so much leverage. I'm talking give you so much leverage. So that's, if you have a skill, associate your brand with other notable brands that you can serve. It's just for a while. After that while, you have this to your name, you have this to your brand. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you.
Just to add something, right? Just add to what you said, because me, I'm more on the the platform part. So I see creators, what they create on our platform on the back end. And I think that most times, right, creators try to underestimate themselves. So there's currently a creator on our platform that made over $18,000 in the last 1 month. You're saying, this person is from one of these Uganda, Kenya kind of countries, right? I don't all those kind of countries. And he sells a class on TikTok. TikTok, that is not even Instagram, TikTok. The class is over almost $50. People, as in that class has sold out over and over and over again. Do you understand? And then and when I spoke to him, because I'm like, okay, you're giving me money. Let me get to know you. As in, but when they are creating and making money, they are selling stuff. People are cashing out. So you that are here, you went to school, but you know something, but you feel people don't you're too shy. No, you're not. People are cashing. This industry, I can't even imagine how we'll grow in 5 years from now. Because you know that whatever skill you have is not just okay because I have it. No, because you can sell something does not mean that's all you can sell. If you can teach people how to sell it, teach them how to sell it. If what she said, you can say quickly. If you can teach them how to sell that particular service, it's like under stream of income for you. So don't just say, okay, I can make bag, I can do makeup. That's all. No, make a class about it, teach people about it, right? And people that want to learn will definitely come and buy from you. And that's how you have other ways to make money, guys. So don't always say, oh, I'm too shy. No, who knows me? People will never know if you don't post. How would they know you? Do you get my point? So until start like putting out there, people start knowing you. So guys, please, as if for me, I'm like, people are making money. I think I need to even change my career to content creator because at this point, people are making money on this platform. So please, whatever you're doing, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, anywhere you are, try to portray your brand out there. That's the first thing, and then have a skill, and then please shout your fame. Let people know what you're doing. People are all over the world that want to buy from me, but you never know until if you don't post. Right? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, so much. So
Can I add something?
yeah,
Sorry, I just want to add something. I want to talk about Lucky, Elo. She's a boss. We met online. He's online. And I met Ruth too online. Like, we met online. So, like, I want to say that content creation is not just about you creating content for entertainment or maybe just share. It's like, you are building your brand intentionally. Because we're going to a place where you can see her, she was talking about Achilles, and she was talking about, like, so many other things you do and how she uses that, like, to propel her brand. And then she's talking about the many opportunities it affords her. Like, she might not even need to touch her business money, like, because there are so many opportunities coming from consultancy, brand endorsement, and all of that. She's cashing out. I know Lucky too. I know how she was cashing out, like, then doing courses. Do you understand? Sorry, I'm casting you. So it's not just about the money. It's that we are entering, like, the dynamics in the marketing is changing. You have to, like, have a house online. You have to build something online. You have to build your brand online. Because you cannot, if you leave school now, sorry, I'm not like I'm talking, but I did not finish my ICANN. I'm in the last stage. Yes. I did not finish my ICANN. I'm on the last stage. I've been on the last stage, like, maybe since I left school. That's, like, I think 2019, 2017, 2018, thereabouts. Like, I was on the last stage. But I realized that I'm not working with this thing. Like, why do I want to go and do 9 to 5? Like, do you understand? And my mom is a chartered accountant. She's always tells her colleague that I'm bringing my son. Mama, I'm not, do you understand? I'm fine, do you understand? She doesn't even really understand. Sometimes she calls me, she's like, how's work? I'm like, work is going well. Were you home early today? I'm home early, like, I'm fine. Like, do you understand? Like, but it's changing. If you see the landscape, people are mentioning AI. I know, yes, AI is still far from Nigeria, but if your market is not just Nigeria, you need to tap into those markets as well. So please build your brand. Honestly, that's the best thing that I could, like, give to you. Build your brand.
thank you so much, guys. Any questions from one question? Just one. Okay, you're on green.
Okay, thank you so much for that section. My name is Paul. I have, like, maybe 2 questions. Firstly, I would like to ask, I think I checked your page. Yeah, I saw something about you being the brand and people patronizing you for what you do, right? I don't know. Part of me somehow does not really agree with that, and that was why I wanted to ask that. When it comes to the future of business, when it comes to the evolvement that you spoke about, I feel businesses are quite different, and there are times that you can grow a brand that people don't necessarily have to know you. If we look at banks now, nobody used First Bank because they know the founder, right? People just use First Bank because it's First Bank, right? Because the services were good. So I want to try to, like, know where the synergy is, right, in terms of if you don't have to put yourself out there, because I don't put myself out there for business, but surprisingly, I made a post yesterday. I just posted my picture, and I had over 30K reach. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, and I've not been doing this,
Okay. All right.
people have been saying you have to, just put your picture, just post and all of that. But for me, I want to grow a global brand. I want my brand to be global. and people would be able to work with the brand even without my presence. So, and I've been doing this for like 6 years, and it has been working fine, right? So I want to know the synergy there. Like, okay, yeah, when it comes to you not putting your face out there, is it that's the end of your business, and you putting your face out there, right? And
Okay.
also, two, what's the future of content creation?
Okay.
Because you spoke about the world is evolving, right? And I mean, talking about 9 to 5 and all of that, because I feel it can be quite misleading for people that are coming out in this space. And I feel a lot of people can neglect their career and go into content creation without understanding what the future holds, right? So a lot of people get stuck. I mentioned that as a content creator, sometimes you can really be broke. So there's a part where you have to understand what you really want to do and how you want to go about it. But most importantly, what does the future hold? Because in the next 20 years, is AI not going to be replacing a whole lot of things? I mean, what's the future, sort of? Thank
right.
you.
Thank you very much. Sorry, can I stand up, please? Uh, I like the first question. I know the first example that will come into your mind, like, oh, what about Elon Musk? Like, this guy is like the richest. I don't know if he's still the richest, but he's he's sure rich. But let's not go to Elon Musk. You've noticed that Tony Elumelu has been posting. He will go to the gym, he will post it. This guy has mad money. He doesn't need to show you anything. You see copies that too. Posting content, like maybe he's in the bus, he pretended like, okay, maybe nobody will know him, he just went as a regular. What are these guys doing? What are they seeing? Why are they changing? She gets. So the thing is that, yes, you don't need to know the person of First Bank because then you don't have any choice. Do you understand? Now you have to pay. Before you can even get into fintech now, you suffer. Do you understand? The landscape has changed to like, there's abundance of things that the consumers, the audience can choose from. Now, what will determine their choice is how well I can associate with this person, how well I trust this brand. And one of the ways you can develop trust as a brand is you fueling it like with your personal brand. Do you understand? Connecting with people. I understand that there are some business you want to do behind, but those business has to put a face. That's what OpenAI did with Sam Altman. And you see, it backfired. They fired Sam Altman. But people were like, no, you cannot fire this person. And we've read articles like behind the scenes, this guy doesn't communicate with the board. Do you understand? He had some very lapses, like things that you should do as a CEO. He wasn't doing it. But because the people already loved Sam Altman as the face of the business, they revolted. And you see, next 3 days, they installed the CEO back. Like, that's the power of the people that people have right now. And what a face can do is about the opportunities. And as a business, you should be looking like, oh, what can I do to get more leg? Do you understand? Like this lady that came here, Bukola, she doesn't need to be the face of our brand. As a hair, she sells hair. Do you understand? You could set up your website, just create content, maybe just normal, our hair, people create content. But she's the face of our brand. Even though she's an introvert to the core, but being the face of our brand, people think that, they are giving, it's more like they are giving to a cause. Do you understand? Hearing about our story now, I want to buy Kilishi. Why? The reason why I've never met Steve Jobs in my life. But I just feel like Apple is special, because of the stories around it. That man, everything are branding. Do you understand? But it's the stories that, because let me just make this. Is the reason why when, you want to those bad boys, when you want to catch a lady, you just come with your sob story, how a girl left me, blah, blah, blah. Why? Why are we doing that? Because we know that the moment you share that, the person can see your vulnerability and just oh, let me help you. There's a form of trust, That's the same thing, They are like Tony Elumelu. Maybe he wants to, there's a business in his mind that he's bringing up. Maybe he has some ambitions that he wants to come up with. He knows he needs to put himself. You can't be behind because the army is online now. You can say what you want to say, but the army is really online now. There's no way you want to reach a global market Sir, I know you have more experience with, like, in business, but I know for a certain that if you stay behind closed doors, you just really remain localized. You just remain localized. So to get to those international or global markets, you need to come out. And you said it yourself. You already posted a picture, and people like, who's this fine man? So now they run this page, sis. Do you get? He just buys more eyeballs, buys more trust. The second thing, the future of content creation. I understand that people can want to like jump and say, oh, I want to do content creation. That's why I shared my story that I was broke. Oh, I broke. Do you understand? At the point, I had ulcer. When I was like, when I was hunting for 9 to 5, I was jumping for interviews here and there. I had ulcer. Do you understand? But he's been able to know that, okay, this is what I want. Do you understand? This is where I can. I even got it. There was last year. I got it. I did a job. I was like, let me even try. Do you understand? I even worked like as a in-house videographer. But man, the bureaucracy in corporate firm will stifle your creativity. Like, especially if you're a creative person, they will run you dry. To just get one thing done, you need approval from like, and those, God. After the third month, I say bye-bye, I'm going. So, talking about like, you need to like, they say you should, before you build a house, count your costs. Count your cost. If like, for example, you said the future of content creation, I believe so much that, yes, AI is going to replace a lot of jobs. But in Nigeria, forget, AI never did come here. Yes. The things that they've been using since the last 10 years in those places, it never come here. So forget that, like, we know AI is around. If they're saying AI is going to take our jobs, have you been to these ministries? They're still using paper to record things. Do you get? So we know that we are still far behind. But looking at like, okay, as an international, you want to like, be on a global scale. For example, if you want to work remotely, you know that you need to like get yourself acquainted with those tools. Get yourself acquainted with what is going on globally. So you need to get acquainted to like what is going on. So the future for me, I think the thing is that people are going to look more into like, before you do business with a person, you want to check about the person online. You want to check about the person like, okay, who's behind this business? Because we're getting to a place that we will have abundance of things. Do you understand? Startups, that's what AI affords you. Innovations, all these tools, that's what it affords you. Back then, we don't have much video content creators. I remember then I used to like fanboy. No, I still fanboy him and Salem. I'll pick his video, I'll sit down with it. I'll like, even my first video, when I sent it to my brother, he said, you're talking like Salem. I said, hey. I said, let me go back. Let me go back and redo it again. So now, but then you have so many video content creators. You have so many videographers. So you have so many businesses, people that are selling hair. Very soon, we have Seller, we have Nestuge, we have many things. What we differentiate everybody is how much I trust you, which is like a function of how well you guys are online. So let me just wrap it there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We've come to the end of this session.